Hello, Prim friends. I am at the cluttered coop, and I'm going to be taking you inside the house when she has her Christmas open house, which is this weekend. I will make sure that the dates are on the screen. She does include her home as a tour if you would like to. So this area here of the house, I'm going to back up so that you can see it. They added this porch in the last, I want to say maybe, I think this was on here last year at the Christmas open house. But we'll go ahead on in. I think this is absolutely prim spectacular. Her home is incredible, the way she organizes things. And look at how adorable this is. A sweet little sewing table, the wooden bowls, some faux greens, and the porch is set for Christmas. The bucket outside, the grinding stones, this neat little tool divider here, and the crock, and that sweet grouping of the chickens. All right, let's go on and head inside. Oh my gosh. Oh my word. Is this just adorable? Well, oh, and look what I'm seeing out the back. They have new family members, fur babies. Can you see that? Oh, how cute. At the pond, while I'm here, we'll go ahead and look at her outdoors. I don't remember seeing this before, but the little cabin. They have a hot tub over here on the corner that they surrounded with barn board, or a swimming pool rather, not a hot tub. The fire pit back there. Okay, Prim friends, I'm trying to decide where I'm starting here and bringing you into this amazing home. So this is the entrance off of the driveway area. Sort of, I suppose, maybe like a mudroom, kind of. But my goodness, I love the border, the trim around the upper part of the walls is old barn board. They have the little electric fireplace right here. How charming. Here's a neat old board, quick repair washers with the hooks on it. Now that becomes the hook for all of their keys as they come and go. Big, rough type, work table, just perfect here. The corn cob tree. What a fabulous cabinet with all of those crocks in the top. And you go from this, oh, those bowls. And here, a screen, and then the smaller screen inside, and then one of the sheds with the bird's nest. The crocks are stacked with the simple wood round in between. And they're one of those wash stands or wash buckets. And this just always amazes me. This is their laundry area. So the washer and dryer are hidden away behind the feed sacks that happen to be not feed sacks, but ivory soap chips. So even here, she is keeping consistent with the theme. This is laundry, soap, and the bags go right along with that. This huge chicken nesting box up here on the wall. What a great decoration idea. And then the little beeswax Santa Clauses. The basket on the wall, upright. We saw that at Lisa's beautiful shop at Christmas with the teddy bears inside. So many ideas using the baskets that way. And here the barn board is used again as a border around the room with the space above it for that wonderful crock wallpaper border. I am not a wallpaper fan at this point in my life anymore. I've pulled off too much wallpaper in my younger days to really be a fan, but that border, that's fabulous. This little sweet little top here is actually, I think, well, maybe not. Some of these were done that way and on a hook. The bottom would be sewn closed and it would be used to hold the the clothes hangers, the clothespins. I knew I would get it out there eventually. Look here, the red long underwear. Here in the primary bedroom. Oh my gosh, I love those lamps with the pierced tin shades. Neat beam over the bed, and then the moon cut out, perhaps from an early word's not coming to me this morning. Perhaps from an early outhouse. Love that. Again, another one of those screens over on the wall. And a small little dry sink. That's really neat. A little bench. Ariane does a lot with the layering. And here above the window, these nice old, looks like iron shelf brackets, and then the baskets above. Here, this beautiful early ladder and the coverlets hanging off of each rung of that, folded just right. And here, I'm sure this is to hide the TV equipment. And look at this amazing set of drawers. Probably, I would imagine, out of a mercantile somewhere. They actually look grain painted. Is that wonderful? And then the set of drawers above, and then stacked on top of that, yet again, look at this. Love that star design there in that pan and the sweet little cupboard. And here, if you're wondering what to do with those little soapstone foot warmers, she has the wreath and the candle sitting on top of it. Cute, cute idea. And it looks like instead of an actual door into the closet, she has some really pretty fabric hanging there. Nice prim touch. And even that lamp, I'm just realizing now, is inside a stack of bowls. It's not sitting beside a stack of bowls where it would be too low, but it's sitting inside the bowls. Looks like even just a little piece maybe of a coop up there on top with a little bit of greens. And this vanity area is unbelievable here. The sink is actually hollowed out of a stone. Is that amazing? The soap holder on the edge hanging on the shutters. I come here and I am so incredibly inspired always about how to stage bits and pieces. And then underneath, the vanity is incredible. It's so simple. It's brilliant. The buckets underneath may be holding towels or product that we just don't want to see on a daily basis. There, another one of those tin mirrors. The TP holder, how clever. Just the piece of wood and a little spike. There's a bee transporter. Those would have been mailed, would have had like a cardboard piece in that circle cut out on the top. Often the queen bees were transported through the mail that way. We'll go through this amazing kitchen and dining area here at the end. But here, this lovely family room. The hallway has some really sweet stitched pieces. Oh, I think this is still, oh, here it is. Yep, this room has been moved around a little bit. Look at, again, the stack of the crocks with the boards in between so that you get the height, making it an end table or for a tall lamp. Man, so clever. A little box crate has the shelf in the middle. What a great display item. And the rye baskets on top. The Christmas tree here. The little candlelight on top of the cupboard. Tucked in here and there. I suspect this might be a floor grate, maybe. All wood. Would say drying rack, but it almost more looks like an old floor grate. Again, they have the wood, the old barn board around the top of the room. Almost, if you don't have the ability to put up beams, it almost gives you that feeling. It's just so warm and cozy. Again, another scrubby type tree in a bucket. And then the pie safe with the screen. Love this box here on the wall, on top of the cupboard with the old books And the old cutting boards, the small cutting boards, just giving it a little bit of a different texture behind. Helps keep all the books straight and neat and some height. Ariane is just, I think she's just absolutely brilliant with how she displays pieces. It's inspiring. It is gorgeous. Look at that old chopping, butcher chopping block here in the corner. And then to cover the TV during the day, a piece of fabric. So we'll go on, head down to the other two bedrooms. Oh, look at the bells. I passed up on some bells. Shoot, I should have bought those at that estate sale I was at. Here's a really neat, looks like a grain bin. This room, definitely you get a blue, an immediate vibe of blue color here. And a whole cabinet just filled with the old ticking and quilts and the ticking fabrics. Look at that neat egg carrying basket or collecting basket, and how it's hung on the wall to be able to display. Another chicken nester on top. Oh, this is so cute. And there, I mean, who would think about using these kinds of things over and over and over again in their home? But it works. It so absolutely works for that primitive, early American farmhouse, cottagey kind of a feeling. There are so many elements of this that can be incorporated in every level of our decorating. And even if you are not full on prim, if you enjoy the early American, the country, those kinds of things, there are ideas all throughout this home about layering. The nice early window on top of that beautiful blue. Looks like a bin. That, I'm sure, out of a barn, maybe had hay or some sort of straw or something in it for the... Here, looks like it's set up and ready for someone to be doing some early math homework. Cute. Using the old books to display it just right. And this room, oh my gosh. This room, again, all of the gathered sewing pieces. And I'm seeing what is in the bottom of that bucket here, or measure, that is holding this tree. And it's all the little balls and spools of white thin yarn, like what you would have used to make lace, maybe lace tablecloths or doilies. And then filled throughout the tree are the pin cushion, the tomato pin cushions. Oh my gosh. There are so many videos I want to pin to this. I think I'll have to put them in the description. Again, Tina's red salt box home reminds me of that. And again, there are more of those pin cushions over here. There's a screen. Again, another one, but this one's unique because it's shaped in that square. The boxes are such wonderful holders for little vignettes, regardless of what it is that you're collecting. These small pieces can sometimes sort of get lost in displays, but when they're nestled in a box like this, they draw you in. And check out this one with all the early folded fabrics. Maybe you don't have the early fabrics. Maybe you have a collection of some things projects that you haven't gotten to yet. Again, the early pin cushions and the threads. And then tucked in, for just a hint, is some of the green for the upcoming Christmas holiday. The feed sacks used as pillowcases. The early quilt. Love that chippy paint. So again, another step of farmhouse or cottage. And this absolutely incredible cubby. With that teal blue green. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love the little kitty peeking out of that toolbox. Oh my gosh. And here again, another ladder, but this one has all of the feed sacks displayed with the various animal emblems or logos from the different companies or the different animals that would have used that feed. And again, another one of those little electric fireplaces. That is wonderful. And here on the wall, again, these tiny little things suddenly make a dramatic statement. They're boxes that are made from yardsticks that hold thimbles and spools of thread. Wow. I'm trying to go slow so that you can take it all in. Ariane and Donnie, her husband, are working hard outside right now, getting that ready for me to be able to show you the shop area. So that will be another video. I am hoping to be having cinnamon rolls, fresh baked cinnamon rolls that I have baked from scratch at our farm stand that is just 13 minutes up the road from here. Look at how neat this room. Again, the feed sack, shower curtain. Such a simple touch, and she just does it amazing. The walls here in this room are the galvanized roofing. The galvanized tin roofing. That sweet little bench filled with the old soaps. There, the window frame has screening in it instead of the glass. And then the antique ivory soap and Procter & Gamble soap labels. And here, this amazing kitchen and dining area. Again, another sink. Just amazing over here. I will show you that in just a second. This house is so warm and cozy. Everything in its place. That beautiful black step-back cabinet. There's no glass in the upper doors. I think it actually gives it a warmer feeling. So don't let those things being missing stop you from purchasing a piece or rescuing, better yet, even rescuing a piece. I love the boxes stacked inside, the spice container, the spice box out here, the little bowls, a little Santa tucked in, the rose hips, the crocks and the bowls. Here the little star egg carrier and tray. Oh my goodness. So I should have said this at the beginning, but are there elements from this home that you are incorporating in yours? I would love to hear what you saw here or what you are seeing here in this video that is something that you are going to display in your home. Look at that incredible collection of the cutting boards. And up above, the buckets, and there are all the sweet cutting boards that are shaped like the chickens and the roosters. So maybe you have a theme. Maybe you buy the ones that are shaped like the pigs. Maybe you buy the cutting boards that are the rectangles or the octagon shapes. I have one that I treasure that is the heart shape. That anytime I show that one in any kind of pictures, everybody's always asking if it's for sale. Not for sale. I love that cutting board also. Look at this countertop, this beautiful wood countertop. One of the boards on top of that, the little wreath and the candle. The appliances are covered with the early feed sacks. The refrigerator has a built-in around it, crocks above, and the tins. And then check out that sink. An old wash tub built in as the sink in their kitchen. My goodness. The microwave, the hood area, that's all covered. And it's such a simple little element. The stove also covered with the feed sacks. Dishwasher covered with the feed sacks. And she has bowls behind on the, like where the backsplash of the kitchen is. Cute idea. And here, instead of that wood board at the top, they have the old barn board along the edge of the countertop, which is just a gorgeous old boards. Oh, there's a little somebody that came to say hello. Well, I hope you are coming here for this incredible Christmas open house, and like I said, they do have their home open for people to tour as well. So take care, everyone, and we will see you very, very soon, tomorrow, in the next video. Take care. This amazing porch. Such great ideas. Look at the little, how rough the edges are on that barrel, but it just works here. It's a rescue, but how wonderful is that? The water pump, that great barn door with all the old bells. Now these items in the house are not for sale, so remember that. It is the things that are in the shop. And look at this grain silo here on the outside. My goodness. Such wonderful ideas. Again, another water pump with the trough outside. Love it. Chicken feeder there with all of the, like, looks like a sedum growing in it.